we need to do the conversion between the radian measure and the degree measure. And let's go to the page 429. And let's look at the 46. Convert each degree measure to radian measure. Give exact answers. Okay. So this is page 429, problem 46, and we have the degree measures. Okay, degree measure 105 degrees. So now we need to convert this degree measure into a radian measure. So to convert this degree measure into a radian measure, we need to multiply this degree measure by pi over 180 degrees. We know pi is same as 180 degrees, right? So actually this fraction is just equal to 1. So we don't change the value of this degree measure. We just change the units, right? So now this degree and this degree cancel, then you get negative 105 pi divided by 180 degree. And you simplify this fraction to the lowest term, keep the pi, don't use the 3.14 for the pi, keep the pi and get the exact value. Then you can simplify, you can cancel the common factor. So actually this 105 is equal to 15 times 7, and 180 is equal to 15 times 12. And then you cancel the common factor. Finally, you get negative 7 pi over 12. So right now, this fraction is in the lowest terms and also is in the exact form, right? So in this way, we just convert this degree measure to radian measure. Now, let's look at one more example. And let's look at the 62. And it says, using radian measure, not this one, convert each radian measure to degree measure. Use the value of pi found on a calculator and round approximate answers to 3 decimal places. Okay, so let's go back to the whiteboard. So this is the 62. And we have the 0.452 radians. And we need to convert this radian measure to a degree measure. So we just multiply this value by 180 degrees over pi. You may want, okay, in which case should I use the pi over 180 degrees? In which case should I use the 180 degrees over pi? So when you try to convert a degree to a radian, then you use a pi over the 180 degrees so that you can cancel these 2 degrees, right? You cannot use the 180 degree over pi. In that case, 2 degrees cannot cancel, right? Now you try to convert this radian measure to a degree measure, then you use a 180 degree over pi. In this case, you can end up with the degree, right? If you use the pi over 180 degrees, you would have the 1 number over degree. That is not reasonable, right? So in this case, we use the 180 degrees over pi, and then you use a calculate, then you can approximate, approximately equal to 2590 degree. Okay, Now let's look at some most common angles we'll deal with both the degree measure and the reading measure. Okay, let's go to the page 424. Let's look at the Fig 5.14. We have all these most common used angles, both in degree measure and the reading measure. Can you see it clearly? Too small? It's okay, right? Okay, for example, this first one, 30 degrees. Its reading measure is pi over 6. And 45 degrees, its reading measure is pi over 4. And 60 degrees, its reading measure is pi over 3. 90 degrees, pi over 2. 120 degrees, 2 pi over 3. And 135 degrees, 3 pi over 4. And 150 degrees, 5 pi over 6. 180 degrees, pi. 210 degrees, 7 pi over 6. 225 degrees, 5 pi over 4. Actually, 225 is just the 5 times the 45 degrees, right? So the corresponding reading measure is 5 times pi over 4. So you get the 5 pi over 4. And 240 degrees, 4 pi over 3. This is the 4 times the 60 degrees. So the corresponding measure is 4 times pi over 3. So you have the 4 pi over 3. And 270 degrees, 3 pi over 2. And 300 degrees, 5 pi over 3. And 315 degrees, 7 pi over 4. And 330 degrees, 11 pi over 6. 360 degrees, 2 pi. So try to get used to this fig and memorize all those common used angles, both in degrees and the reading measures. Now let's look at the problem 64. Using the reading measure, find 2 positive angles and 2 negative angles that are coterminal with each given angle. Okay, so now let's go to the whiteboard. And this is the 64.